Looking at BlackBerry stock, in my opinion, I think it's performing pretty well. Closed at $8.59 as of May 25th, 2021. Had an upward trend support line that I've showed in the past right here. It has a touch point as of March 2020, from July to August 2020 as well, multiple touch points, and then from December of 2020 as well as a touch point. So just to explain, comes down, bounces off of support, goes to the upside. That's a touch point. Now, the plan was to break through the downward trend resistance line right here, which it did. That's awesome. By the way, quick disclaimer before I continue. I'm not a professional, not a financial advisor. This is all just my opinion. It's not advice. So please do not buy or sell based off information I give you or the opinions I do form. Please do your own due diligence and research before buying and selling. Now, it did break through the downward trend resistance line that I mentioned, and it's above all three moving averages on the 5-year chart. Again, this is the 5-year chart. And then plus the MAC line, which dictates the movement overall, if it's bearish or bullish. Right now, it's in the negative, so it is bearish, but it is technically trying to curve up to the positive. So you can see right here, it's becoming lighter shades of red. It's starting to curve up a little bit. So hopefully when it crosses over, it'll be a good, technically decent run up. It's not a guarantee. It could be a really good run up, but usually if it's a run up, it's pretty decent because this is the 5-year chart in terms of movement. Now, technically proceed with caution still, because yes, it did pass the downward trend resistance line right here, but if you go to the logarithmic view, because that was the algorithmic view, algorithmic is uncompressed in a way, logarithmic is more compressed overall in terms of data points. If I move this downward trend resistance line to have touch points, it looks like right here, yeah, so it did not pass it yet. So if you want to be more more realistic in a way, not realistic, but more have a better confirmation that we are moving in the right direction, then technically wait a little bit longer, maybe more specifically until June 1st. I know I said wait until hypothetically this week, but I would wait at least until June 1st if you think the logarithmic view with compressed data points is more better to follow. And I wouldn't blame you for that. You want to make sure that you're investing your money into more sound investments. And so that's that. Now, if we go back to the algorithmic view, because that's what I want to go with for this one, in the 1-month chart, I'm going to delete this downward trend resistance line for the time being. And we can see right now, recently, as of, April 28th, 2021, we had a downward trend resistance line with 3 touch points right here. So 1 touch point right here, 2nd touch point as of May 18th, and another touch point as of May 21st. So given that we still have, like I've mentioned in the past, we have issues passing. So the main goal right now, what we need to do is get to the $9 price points, like I've mentioned, but the end goal, right, like temporary end goal, is we need to pass $9.63. The reason why is because we have quite a bit of resistance at the 950 range. So you can see right here, a bunch of times around the 950, got knocked down here, 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 all the way through. So if you had a horizontal resistance, if you saw, just major touch points where you're just getting knocked down. So 950 in general plus 963 is a major horizontal resistance level. So passing those are significant. Now the only problem about those though too is you would need to pass those and get to the $10 price point. I think until we get to a $10 price point and stay above that and passing $10.37, if we come back down to $10 support level, I think we'll be fine. But specifically passing $10 and going past $10.37 and then coming down and staying at $10 will be fine. So till then, we're going to have a little bit of turbulence, I think, in my opinion. But overall, I think we're in good shape still. By the way, technically, I haven't fully looked at this up 100%, but it looks like from what I've been seeing, plus a little bit of research here and there, it looks like John Chen, the CEO of BlackBerry, has bought 442,000 shares, a little bit shy of that. I think it's like 400, but either way, 442,000 roughly around of BlackBerry shares. So that is good. That is basically confidence that the company, he's anticipating the company is going to be moving forward where the stock value will be going up. And that's pretty awesome. Now, temporarily, we, like I mentioned with this downward trend resistance line, we could be kept down that if you were to go up to it, let's just say right here, just like relatively soon, then you'll be knocked down at roughly about the $8.77. When I measured it, it was $8.78, and you could be knocked down. So it's gonna probably it might be a little bit difficult. You could see right here today, May 25th, got knocked down at $8.70, and that wasn't even with the downward trend resistance line right here. Now, in terms of the 1 month chart, we're a little bit below 2 moving averages, above 1 moving average right here. MAC line's in the positive, but right now I think we'll have a little bit turbulence still until June 1st, like I mentioned with the logarithmic view. So we'll see, but still confident. I apologize for this video not being as detailed in terms of covering the full upside and the full downside, but I just wanted to show the overall, like how the overall play is with the resistance line, with the 5-year chart, how we passed it, but then the logarithmic view is still in play where we still need to pass it. Plus, in terms of the resistance levels, they're still holding true. We still have to get past the 963. So we haven't seen that yet. Until we see that, I think that will be the major levels. But in terms of support, it's relatively the same as the past few videos. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did like the video, consider dropping a like. It does help out the channel, so thank you so much for that. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. If you like the videos like this or other financial videos, consider subscribing so you'll be notified the next time I do upload those videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.